What's good, YouTube? It's Taeman, and today, man, we're going to be doing a Sasuke versus Hiei death battle. Now, if y'all should know who Sasuke is by now. And if y'all don't, bro, what shows are you watching? Like, these are top tier shows that y'all have just missed out on. Well, I don't really watch Boruto like that, so we can just go ahead and cancel that out the way, because they done nerfed Sasuke since then. But this is like the Sasuke that just got done fighting Itachi, so we is in a good time zone right now. Then we got Hiei. Now, I'm not too familiar with Yu Yu Hakusho. I just started watching it. Yes, I know it's so old and I'm just starting watching it, bro. Just give me a break now. Come on now. So from what I'm understanding, Sasuke is based off of Hiei because they both got two of the same like personalities. That's why they don't care about nobody. But we just gonna go ahead and see what this video is about. Hopefully I don't get spoiled because I haven't finished Yu Yu Hakusho yet. But make sure to leave a like if y'all do and subscribe if you're new. And let's just go ahead and get right to this fight.
Of good, they'll never crack a smile or share in the reward.
Oh, great. We're talking about edgelords, aren't we?
Sasuke,
Edgelord.
rival to Naruto Uzumaki and the
Hey, I
solitary
told you,
survivor
same
of the Uchiha
personalities.
clan.
And Hiei, rival to Yusuke
Well, I be
Urameshi
saying his
and
name,
lonely
his name
orphan
wrong.
to demons.
Hiei.
Neat. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and
Y'all
skills
gonna
to
kill
find
me
out who
for
would
that,
win
aren't y'all?
a death battle.
Bro, I just told you I just started watching that junk. Like,
The Uchiha
I was
clan
too
was
familiar
renowned
with
for
it.
their incredible ability in battle. Despite being one of the founding families of the Hidden Leaf Village,
I didn't
Konoha,
even make a
the Uchiha
prediction.
were outcast
Alright,
and cut
so
off.
For good
Sasuke,
reason. Their
I think
people
this
had
is
gotten
post
pretty
Itachi
famous
fight.
for attacking the village
Post
with the big
Itachi fight.
nine-tailed fox.
Sasuke, he got the
So,
Mangekyo
not a good look.
Sharingan.
But everything changed with the head of the clan's
Probably
firstborn
fighting
son,
B.
Itachi. He was a brilliant boy and a promising future for
Because
the
I think
family.
he can use the
Even becoming the
Amaterasu.
youngest kid to ever
Little.
graduate ninja school. I went there for a bit, but then I learned they didn't use
And
guns, so...
Consider I don't know much
But
about
Itachi
Hiei.
opposed the
Hiei.
clan's latest plot
Golly,
for a
I'm finna
coup.
just call
His
him Hiei.
response was, well,
But-
pretty clear cut.
But
I'll say he went and murdered
I have
all
got
of
to
them.
the tournament.
Every last
I said
one,
tournament.
except for his kid brother, Sasuke. Naturally, Sasuke was pretty pissed off
You
that his
going
big
right
bro
in.
killed his whole family.
So I made it
he
to the
swore
tournament,
to become the bestest
and
shinobi ever
you
and
have
hunt
the,
Itachi down. Probably should have let him in
what is
on
it called? The
plane
Fist
there,
of the
G.
Darkness
Just like
Flame?
his brother, Sasuke soared through his schooling with
That's
flying
basically the
colors,
same
quickly
thing.
learning the three primary kinds of jutsu, or ninja techniques.
Ninjutsu, which is basically magic spells, Genjutsu, which messes with the mind, and
I don't know, though.
Taijutsu,
Hiei,
the one where
he
you
just-
just punch people.
While Sasuke impressed with inhuman
Like,
speed,
he is what
swordsmanship,
Sasuke
and
is.
physical ferocity, he's mastered
He's the
several
first
powerful
Sasuke.
ninjutsu techniques.
Like
Sasuke is
belching his
him.
classic fire breath, making up to 8 shadow clones of himself, and the Chidori, a ball of
They
freaking
include
lightning
him,
that
like,
has some shocking
Grown
effects.
man
Plus
Sasuke.
many more. And along the path to revenge, he spent much of his time
Oh,
perfecting
no.
and improving these techniques, even mastering lightning release to the point of casting Kirin, an electric strike in
In
the
a fight
shape
like
of
this,
a dragon.
Divine Intervention 2.0.
I'm gonna have to go with
Fighting your
Hiei.
foes is the way to go.
He can
Even
infuse
though I
his
like
abilities with
Sasuke.
any of the 5 elements: fire, wind, earth, water,
It just feel like a Hiei
no,
fight.
lightning, obviously,
Oh.
as well as yin
As
release,
the
an element
originator.
of creation itself.
So basically, don't make fun of Sasuke to his face, cause he'll kill the shit out of you before you even know what's happening. And we haven't even covered his best weapon yet.
Right. It turns out Itachi didn't only spare his brother because he loved him. He planned for Sasuke to witness this horror. He planned for Sasuke to swear
Yeah,
revenge on
Itachi,
him.
nah, he's the
Because
smartest.
this was the sort of trauma and hatred necessary to unlock an Uchiha's greatest weapon, the Sharingan.
The Sharingan eyes aren't some
Mangekyo.
cool-looking lenses. They give Sasuke a bunch of new abilities. He can see chakra, the energy within people that powers jutsu. He can copy an opponent's techniques, memorizing them after one look.
It is almost like a mirror image of my own taijutsu.
He can even trap you in a bonkers
So he's the
genjutsu
copycat
hallucination
ninja.
that makes you go crazy or just pass out. Like me on Saturday.
And that's just the standard version. By adding the trauma of loss to the mix, the Sharingan can evolve
Like a Pokemon!
into the Mangekyo Sharingan.
Oh, Lord.
With the Mangekyo, Sasuke can call upon far greater powers. He can cast Amaterasu, an irrepressible black fire hot enough to burn the
Amaterasu.
sun. Even better, Sasuke can summon the Susanoo, an enormous avatar of chakra that fights for and protects him.
See,
Which is
Sasuke
strong
got all
enough to
these
slice
moves.
through meteors.
Man,
Badass.
I
Too
still
bad
feel like he gonna
Sharingan
lose
Part
to
2 has
Hiei.
one big downside.
Yes, it eventually causes the user to go blind.
Unless you find someone else with the same manky eyes, pluck those out of his head, then rip out your own eyes and replace
I swear,
them
they
with
just
the other
had
guys.
screws for their eyes. They
Gross.
could just.
And so, Sasuke
it's
found
gone.
and killed his
Like,
older
what?
brother, avenging his family and swapping Mangekyo eyes. Which was, again, Itachi's plan all along. So, good job?
Who came up with this shit? Damn, we're not done with eyeball shenanigans.
Oh,
though.
now you got the
We also
Rinnegan.
got some Rinnegan circles, which gives
Okay.
him all sorts of weird context.
Okay, this is
powers.
looking a
Like
little
the
bit impossible
Amanatjan-
now.
I'm not gonna say that word. He teleports by bending space and time.
Most notably, the Rinnegan grants Sasuke the powers of the 6 paths, like the Diva path for manipulating gravity, the Human path for ripping out souls, and the Preta path for draining energy.
Like a ninja vampire.
Sasuke has used the Diva path in particular to extreme effect, once creating multiple planetoids which crashed in an explosion visible from outer space.
Golly,
Hey, checking out the
yeah.
Earth's
I
curve
don't
here,
know,
it's
bro.
pretty obvious. The
I
blast
don't
is
know,
worth more
bro.
than 35 teratons of TNT.
don't know.
That's 7 billion times more powerful than the Tsar bomb, the biggest nuke ever detonated.
And as mentioned before, Sasuke is known for his incredible speed, able to keep pace with the likes of fellow legends Naruto and Madara. In fact, Naruto once dodged an attack from Madara which, according to the 4th data book, moves at the speed of light.
And
See, now they
Sasuke can
adding
fight
all of this
Naruto
stuff,
to a
like-
draw. You know, the guy who's an alien descendant with a demon fox in his belly and also
gonna have
took
to
a
pull out
beam
the
to the
Hiei
face that
stats,
sliced the
'cause
moon in half? That's a 27 exaton
I'm only
blast
at
right
episode
there.
60.
With his quest complete, Sasuke finally discovered
I'ma watch
Itachi's
that
true
Naruto
goals.
on
But even
Ichigo
after
fight.
making peace and having a child of his own, he never could return to the happy life of society.
You just can't shake off all that edginess.
Yep, once a
Instead,
demon,
Sasuke chose
always
to
a
defend the
demon.
hidden leaf
Demon,
from a
demon,
distance,
demon,
just
demon,
like his
demon.
brother before him.
Don't mess with Sasuke of the Sharingan.
If anyone who criticizes my way of life were to come forward, I'd turn around and kill every single one of their loved ones, so that they too could grasp what it's like to experience this hatred of mine.
Golly, Edgelord.
Standing less than 5 feet tall, this
Why
black-clad
you
goth
like 4
child may
foot
not
one,
seem so
4
intimidating
foot
at
long?
first glance.
Yeah, I mean, paint a red stripe on him and he's just a human Shadow the Hedgehog.
But in reality, Hiei is a menacing warrior of demonic heritage, born to a forbidden love between an ice woman and a fire monster.
Ah, reminds me
16
of
and
me
99.
Well, too bad the rest of the ice ladies got pissed that she had banged a literally hot dude. So when her son was born, they chucked the little bastard right off their floating island.
Golly.
Ladies, I know you're jealous, but you don't gotta take it out on the kid. That's my stepfather's job.
And yet, the child
Probably
survived.
likes the color
Raised by
black.
thieves
That's what
and
they had to add
remembering
in.
every last moment of the catastrophe of his birth, Hiei swore revenge.
And having bandits for foster parents means he got into stealing and murder at a wonderfully young age.
With his otherworldly physique, Hiei quickly became an expert in athletic ability and swordsmanship. These skills would grow even further after he joined forces with his rival, the spirit detective Yusuke.
But
Yeah,
he
that
needed
nigga
more
though.
than blades and brawn to get back at the ice bitches. So he went to Shigure, the Doctor of Darkness, who would implant a magical third eye
And
into his
oh, I was
forehead.
gonna say now I'm
We
getting into
still
the
ain't done with these
spoilers.
eyeball shenanigans, I guess.
This was the Jagan, literally
Yeah, the
translating
Jagan.
to evil eye. With the Jagan, Hiei wields numerous mystical powers. He can spy on people and objects from 10 kilometers away. He can read minds and protect his own from powerful mental attacks. He can move objects and energy with telekinesis.
And that's just the start of his powers. But with the Jagan stuck in his face, Hiei finally made the trip to Ice Town. But wasn't quite what he expected.
Right, instead of
All of
slaughtering
that?
the demon women as he planned, he spared them. Because he realized that they lived meaningless, cold lives.
You get it, 'cause they're ice people.
Is this pity? From a demon?
I mean, you might not want to invite this guy to your next backyard party,
mean,
but he's
this
not
is my
that
profile
bad of
picture
a
for,
guy.
Xbox
Case in
too.
point, he found out he's got a twin sister and set
I
on
was
a new
gonna say, he's
mission
the
to
coolest.
find and protect her.
And with
That'd
the
be a
Jagan
shadow
Eye
lie.
and his further abilities, he'd make one powerful bodyguard.
Yeah, by incinerating all your enemies. He can light his punches
Fist of the
ablaze with
mortal
his
flame.
fist of the mortal flame, giving his foes a sick burn.
Dragon
but
of the
what's
darkness
better than
flame,
normal
yeah.
fire? Demon fire, of course. Dragon-shaped demon fire.
Now the
This
thing
is the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, an
He's a demon.
overwhelming entity of fire and pain that can obliterate foes in an instant.
It just killed all those people. I feel a little bad, but they're demons, so yeah.
The dragon burns hotter than fire and is difficult to control. It can even turn on its wielder. Yet Hiei has recklessly forced himself to master the technique, with some
Okay, so
trial
far I
and error.
haven't
Don't worry, you
looked
got
at
this.
any spoilers.
His demon
yet.
elemental resistance has certainly helped. He can
this
power
look
through
like a
most
tournament.
elemental attacks no problem, and is basically immune to fire and ice. And when he wants to get up close and personal, he can
I
morph
wasn't
the
even
darkness
realize that
flame
watching
into
it gone
a
too.
kick-ass
This dude
sword.
He can
has
even
black
summon multiple
flames,
dragons
and he
after
can
assuming
control
his
ice.
ultimate form, the Giganchi.
Oh yeah, you thought one extra eye was creepy? How about a bunch of eyes all over? Which, to me, just seems like a lot of weak points.
Well, it's not. The Giganchi form greatly increases all of Hiei's abilities, not just the Darkness Flame. And to add even more layers to
Look
this,
into
Hiei
the
can also
eyes,
absorb
the
the Dragon
eyes
of the
of
Darkness Flame
forever.
himself, further increasing his strength and speed.
All of which lets him keep kicking ass and taking names
Ain't
around
gonna lie
the
though,
demon
all
world.
of
His buddy
his
Yusuke
fights
was
during
quick
the
enough to
tournament,
dodge lightning, but was
amazing.
not fast enough to see all of Hiei's
Huge
sword
amazing.
swings when he slashed up this ice guy. Siryu.
How many times did you cut him? Only 16.
And here I could only keep track of 7 or 8.
7,
Therefore, Hiei was
and then
clearly attacking at speeds
I
far
forgot
faster
dude's
than
name
lightning,
already.
around 300 times the
It's
speed
been
of
a minute.
sound. And that was still very early in his journey when he was considered
Isn't
a
that Kokuboro?
C-class demon. As he ranked up, Hiei gained even more incredible speed.
His dark
Yayu
sword could
Hakusho
even
fan
cut
finna
and burn through
dislike
Kuro
this
Momotaro,
video.
who evolved to be totally immune
I'm
to
sorry.
cutting and burning.
I'll learn the name.
Figure that one out.
By the end of his adventures, Hiei was ranked S-class level, making him many times faster than before and equal in power to his rival Yusuke.
And that means he's super powerful.
Right, Sensui,
Okay,
an
so
S-class
he's
human,
the
claimed he
demon
had to
version of
limit
Yusuke
his
now.
power, as a mere 50% of it could create a worldwide earthquake. Yusuke's mentor, Genkai, even believed Yusuke could obliterate the entire planet.
But conveniently, the demon world is a lot bigger and tougher than Earth, so this crazy power level is tricky to prove. Either way, Hiei's basically on a league of his own.
As shown by Sensui, a typical S-class demon can defeat 3 A-class ones with minimal effort.
But Hiei took on 500 all by himself.
I unleashed 5
Golly.
A-class demons.
Then you should
And
know by now that when I say 500 A-class
he's
demons,
fighting
I
in 2
mean
different
that.
worlds.
Damn, dude, shouldn't they call you like Ultimate S+ class or something by now?
Well, he's certainly comparable to Yusuke. When Yusuke fought the Demon King Yomi in the Demon World Tournament,
Oh,
the two
no,
of
I'm
them
getting
hit each
spoiled,
other
I'm getting
so
spoiled.
hard
I'm
that
getting
this
spoiled.
happened.
I'm finna take the headset
Holy
off.
shit, that's
and I'm finna look
insane.
away.
While this technically occurred on a tree in the hardier demon world, yes, that's a tree, we can
just
calculate the
let me know
curvature
when
of the planet as
the
seen
fire
here.
starts.
The treetop appears to be well above cloud level, and we can use the circumference and the distance to this girl to determine the explosion's overall size. With all this in mind, we concluded the blast must have been at least 4.5 million meters high, nearly 15 million feet.
From
Alright.
just a punch.
Help me
Well,
out,
I
y'all.
guess 2 punches technically, but Yusuke
We
wasn't
finna
even in
play
top
Guess
form
Who.
at the time, and he survived
Who
being in
is
the
this?
middle of all that. Since Hiei can fight evenly with Yusuke
y'all
and
know?
even move faster than him, I'd say they're definitely in the same ballpark of power level.
Can
And
y'all
just for
see
kicks,
all the way
Hiei
over
can
here?
separate his spirit from his mortal body while still maintaining all of his abilities.
I'm gonna take that as a
So,
no.
is he a demon? Or a ghost?
Both, I guess. He can do this anytime he
All right.
wants, unlike normal people
What
who
is her
can
name?
be killed or sometimes just knocked out.
You mean like this?
Did you
Ah,
say
ghost!
food?
Anyway, Hiei kept his word and soon found
That
his
is
sister in
correct.
need of aid. Despite his terrible upbringing, he's actually found
Alright,
a
it look like
supportive
I ain't
family
getting spoiled
among
right now.
friends.
Except he never did tell her he was her brother, because he's just too emo for that.
Still, few can match the dangerous power Hiei commands.
Alright, I went through this and I ain't get
Once
spoiled like
your own
that.
doom has been unraveled, I assure you there's no
I
turning
know there's
back.
a Demon King now. I mean, obviously there's a Demon King, so.
All right, the combatants are
There's
set, and
always
we've
a
run the
demon
data
king.
through all possibilities.
Alright. I'm still sticking with the Hiei.
You, where are you going?
That's not your business.
You got Sasuke out here looking like he got down Dracula and shit.
Fist of the
I would say Sasuke starting out getting hit jump smack. That is a true thing though. During this time, like the Sasuke we looking at now, this is like fighting beat Sasuke. Never mind, that's the Ninja War Sasuke. My fault.
No man.
Seen the Rinnegan, changed my mind. Both of their eyes was red at first though.
How interesting.
I had to shut up at first.
What? How?
He's the true demon.
Pathetic fool. I'm the power fire dash incarnate. Dragon of the darkness blade.
Now how does Sasuke takes this?
Damn you.
Oh, he Susa knows. Like, golly, I can barely see. How's his move gonna break that Susanoo? Oh, they got them in Minecraft form.
I'll put you to rest now.
Put a big X on the ground. God! That is a dead man walking.
That's more like it. A fight fit for a demon.
KO! Wait, really? I thought this was an easy win for Sasuke. What happened?
Well, hold on. I promise there's a good explanation.
Bro,
This
I be
was
coming
an
up with these
extremely
amazing
close fight.
predictions,
Sasuke
bro.
was certainly faster than Hiei, given his light speed reaction.
And y'all don't give me my credit.
And technically,
Like,
he
come
went
on,
through
how you gotta
superior
leave a like on
training,
the
so
video?
there's certainly a few versions of this fight where he could use those advantages to take the win.
But we're always looking for who has the best chances to win most often, not just in very specific situations.
Exactly. At first glance, it's easy to assume Sasuke's enormous
Bro, I
and
bet
varied
y'all
arsenal
Sasuke
could have simply
fans mad
overwhelmed
as
him.
hell.
But to our surprise, Hiei had perfect counters for almost everything Sasuke could throw at him. Being a fire and ice demon hybrid with elemental resistances, he's powered through electrical attacks like the Chidori before, and his fire immunity and oneness with the darkness flame turned the devastating Amaterasu into a mere annoyance.
Sasuke's Rinnegan gave him gravity control, and that Sharingan Genjutsu was pretty brutal. But Hiei's Jagan gave him telekinesis and mental protections, putting the brakes on Sasuke's eye shenanigans. Even if Sasuke tried using
He's the
human path on him
originator
to
of
rip out his
Edgelord.
soul, it wouldn't have mattered
It's only
because
right,
Hiei
though.
could keep fighting as a ghost.
And frankly, it's unlikely Sasuke was that much faster. While Hiei could outpace Lightning at C-Class, the difference between Spirit classes is far greater than a simple 100 or 200% increase. After all, a lower S-Class could beat 3 A-Class fighters without much effort, and Hiei is an upper S-Class. But most surprisingly, Hiei's level of power surpassed Sasuke's.
No friggin' way.
Let's look at the Susanoo's meteor feat. By measuring the meteor's size compared to the Susanoo and applying sheer force, we determine this
Golly,
feat equaled
they tryna
about
go into the
364
statistics.
teratons of TNT at most.
In scientific terms, that's a hell of a lot. And obviously, scaling to Naruto means he could take a hit worth 27 exatons. How could Hiei top that?
Well, recall how there were multiple claims that S-Class demons could obliterate the Earth. Since most fights took place in the demon world, which is much hardier than the human one, these claims were difficult to prove and seemed a little dubious.
Until Yusuke fought Yomi and they made that gigantic explosion.
As we determined earlier, that blast was at least 4.5 million meters tall. At minimum, the kinetic energy of an explosion like this would equal about
going to the background of like all of these
zetatons
fights
of
to see
TNT.
like
That's
planet
21
bursting
zeros.
abilities.
Way more than Sasuke's meteor feat. Even if we half it because there's two people
huh?
doing the punching, that's still over 5,000 times greater than the Naruto moon slice.
It's probably even more impressive than that. If the tree is actually closer to the clouds and therefore closer to the planet, that technically changes the shot's perspective, which
I
would
don't need
mean
to
the
be
tree is
spoiled about
actually
this
even
fight
wider,
because I
the
haven't made it to
explosion
this
even
episode
larger,
yet,
and thus
so
the
y'all don't
kinetic
have to
energy even
keep
greater.
it pushing.
So when Genkai said an S-class demon like Yusuke or Hiei could wipe out a planet, she wasn't kidding around.
Correct. While Sasuke is equal to beings powerful enough to slice
in
and
peace
shift
to the
moons,
lady.
he still could not match
Was that a
Hiei's
spoiler?
strength. Even if Hiei was only half as strong as Yusuke, this would still put him well above Sasuke in
The
terms
old
of sheer
hag.
power output and durability.
So while Sasuke was still faster, he had a real tough time trying to land a fatal
They
blow.
really explained this
There were
one.
a lot of factors in this fight, and Sasuke certainly clinched several advantages of his own. But in the end, Hiei's impeccable abilities,
Yep, sliced
perfect
and
counters,
diced.
and clearly superior
Get
power
it, dude.
took the victory.
Sasuke lost the edge and was a sure goner.
The winner is Hiei.
Yay! Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell so you can know when I'm uploading. Leave your recommendations down in the comment section below. Or you can follow me on my socials, which will be in the description below as well. But yeah, this was an amazing fight. If y'all want to see more fights, you know what to do. I love each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all come through for future videos. And I'm out.